Hello family. I just came straight through the door and I had to take out my camera because look what I got today. You're not even gonna know what it is, but I got another bookshelf. I got another, why is my dog limping? There he is right there, look at him. Limping, but I'm excited. I got the bookshelf. You guys are gonna see me build it and place it on along this wall, and then we're gonna fill it with books. And speaking of filling it with books, I got a package in the freaking mail. I'm guessing you already know what it is. So without further ado, let's do a little mini book unboxing so we can get into the spirit of filling my bookshelf with books. Okay, so I set up shop and I have with me my book of the month box. Now I'm not going to tell you about this service because I'm not sponsored and I don't work for free, but I did want you to see the actual books and the content, and go to one of the other professional booktubers that get paid to talk about this service if you want to know all about it. But here I am, just it's unboxed. Okay, so the first book that I got from Book of the, ooh, this is a thick boy. It's called The Mayor of Maxwell Street. It is by Avery Cunningham. How many pages has this boy got in it, guys? Dang. Not that I'm afraid of big books. I've read some big books. You know, I'm a Sarah J. Maas girl, so, you know, I know what it feels like to pick up an 800-page book. That's not the issue. 508 pages. Okay. Okay. Ooh, the author of this book is gorgeous. Look at her. Pretty girl. But anyway, this is, let's see. Nellie Sawyer is the daughter of the wealthiest Negro in America, whose affluence catapulted his family to the heights of black society. After the unexpected death of her only brother, Nellie becomes a premier debutante overnight. But Nellie has aspirations beyond societal affluence and marriage. For the past year, she has worked undercover as an investigative journalist, sharing the achievements and tribulations of everyday black people living in the shadow of Jim Crow. Her latest assignment thrust her into the den of a dangerous vice lord, the so-called Mayor of Maxwell Street. So it's giving black scandal, and I'm here for it. I love it. I am so excited to read this. Obviously, this was I think this was their book of, like, one of their book choices of the month. So I bought a couple of other ones, but this is the one that they recommended for February, and it's very nice to see one, some historical fiction, but two, historical fiction written by a person of color. So that is amazing. Will I get to this month? I don't know. We have already picked some of my February reads, and one of them was this book that I actually got in the mail. I got this one in the mail on rotation. This one is the one of the, hold on, let me get back in the screen so you can see me. This one was one of the ones that my book club picked, and it's by Shirlene Aboobi, and it was written by a Ghanaian American. She's gorgeous too. Here's that author. So, I mean, this is what I planned on reading for Black History, just to pay tribute, but if I have time, like, I definitely will read that. I definitely want to read it within the next few months at the very least, because this sounds like something that's right up my alley. Wow. The Mayor of Maxwell Street by Avery Cunningham. We will say her name, Avery Cunningham. I am very excited to see what you wrote about, girl. Okay, so the next book. Okay, if y'all watched my last video, if you haven't, go click on it. First of all, what are you doing here? Hello, hi, nice to see you. Go back to the other one first. If you watched that video already, you know that I have a thing about buying sequels to books when I haven't even read the first one yet. All right, I know. I feel like every booktuber kind of goes through this phase where you purchase the sequel of a book before you read the first one. I'm in that phase, and you know what? It's okay. It's okay. I learned myself. I know myself. So I know I'm going to get to the book. But without further ado, here is the sequel of the book that I just got. If you know, you know. I mean, we know what this book is. This is the sequel to the none other than Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. I got this simply because I got the first one from Book of the Month. So I figured pick up the second one so that it matches. Let me go grab that one real quick. Okay, here it is, Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. This one was all the rage in 2023. I remember everybody and their mama talking about it, and I know that it has to do with gods and a war and rivals that don't even meet but are communicating and then somehow fall in love. I don't know. I've been wanting to read this since like last summer. I think I picked it up in the summer and started it, read 2 pages, and then wasn't in the mood. Not that I didn't see where it was going. I did like where the story was going in the first 2 pages. I just wasn't in the mood, so I put it down. So I think this is going to be a March read. Don't hold me to that. You know, I feel like it's coming. It's going to have its moment. When it has its moment, this will have its moment too. And I like that they both came from Book of the Month so that they're the same size. They look good together. They look like they were made for each other, because they were. So that was book number 2 from the Book of the Month box that I got. And the next book that I got, I think was a December pick. Oh no, this was a January. So what was this? Oh, this was so this was a January pick. This is The Fury by Alex Michaelides. So I got, let's see, what is this about? This is a tale of murder. Or maybe that's not quite true. At its heart, it's a love story, isn't it? Lana Farrar is a reclusive ex-movie star and one of the most famous women in the world. Every year, she invites her closest friends to escape the English weather and spend Easter on her idyllic private island. I tell you this because you may think you know this story. Uh-oh, hold on, wait a minute now. You probably read about it at the time. It caused a real stir in the tabloids, if you remember. It had all the necessary ingredients for a press sensation, a celebrity, a private island cut off by the wind, and a murder. We found ourselves trapped there overnight. Our old friends concealed hatred and a desire for revenge. What followed was a game of cat and mouse, a battle of wits, full of twists and turns, building to an unforgivable climax. The night ended in violence and death. But who am I? My name is My name is Elliot Chase, and I'm going to tell you a story unlike you've ever heard. Oh, I'm excited. Let me see the picture of that's the author right there. The guy himself, Alex Michaelides. Now, if you know this author, you know that he is the author of none other than The Silent Patient. And what is that other one he wrote? I don't know the other one. It starts with an M, I think. But anyway, I enjoyed The Silent Patient. I liked the twist. The beginning was a little dry. It took a moment to get into it, but the twist was good. So I'm excited. This must have some twists and turns. Well, it specifically stated it had twists and turns, so it better give twists and turns, baby. It better get, because that's what it says. But I'm excited, The Fury, and I also know that I cannot read this book soon because I think this is one of the Book of the Month choices for my book club that I'm in. So I'll have to hold off and read this when everybody else reads it. But I'm excited, nonetheless. And then I have one more book, and my camera stopped for some reason, but I was talking about Kitty Carr now. This was a book published just last year. I think it's giving glamour, old Hollywood, and seductive draw of modern day showbiz. So I'm excited to read. Did you hear about Kitty Carr? This is also one of my book club's picks, so I'll have to wait until we read that all together, but I am just so excited. Let's go over the bookmark. It says, was it something I read? I think it was something I read, because a lot of things be in my head and I'd be saying it out my mouth and I'd be like, did I read that somewhere? I don't know. But anyway, those are my books, those are my picks. And then once I build my bookshelf, you will see me place some of these books on that shelf. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, so it's been much later. I actually had a 4-day weekend and I went up to visit my fiance who lives in Virginia. And I didn't really film much. I didn't really do anything. The box is still there. I came back, I went to work. While I was there, I picked up a huge book haul because the city that I live in had one Barnes & Noble within a 60-mile radius. And the one Barnes & Noble was attached to a mall that closed, right? So hear me out. So then the Barnes & Noble closed because they're opening like a standalone Barnes & Noble. That's not gonna be open for a couple months. So basically, I didn't have a Barnes. So when I went to go visit my fiance in Virginia, he lives in an area where he literally has at least 7 or 8 Barnes within a 20-mile radius from him. I was so pissed and jealous, but then luckily he kindly obliged me dipping and dodging in every single one. And here's a little sneak peek. I've got bags and bags of books. So of course I'm gonna do an entire book haul. But right now what we're gonna do is get to work on the, hey, Richmond, relax. My dog's growling. Richmond, relax. What are you doing? Huh? Stop, I'm talking to the peoples. They wanna know about my books and stuff. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is unbox this freaking, what do you call this? A bookcase. We're gonna unbox it, we're gonna put it together, and then afterwards, I don't know if this video will be all the books that I got while I was in Virginia, or if that's gonna be a different video, or if it came out already. If it did, the link will be in the description box below, or the little I, or whatever. But for the meantime, we're gonna get this out. We're gonna get this bookcase out, put it against this wall, hook it up, see what it looks like, and then we will add the books. Richmond, you're a little dog. You're not about to do nothing. So let's go. Let's get this started because I don't know what my dog is doing, but he is not happy. Okay guys, so the first thing I did was lay out all of my material. And I had to make sure the pieces, none of them were damaged, because I know I read the reviews and a lot of the reviews said that some of the pieces came already messed up. So I wanted to make sure that I didn't have that issue. And luckily for me, I don't. And I wanted to make sure I also picked the right color. And I pretty much wanted the natural wood color to match these bookshelves that I have over here. And it looks like it's a pretty good match. It's not showing up very well on camera, but they match really good, so I'm happy with that. And then next, after I laid out all the pieces so I can easily grab them while I'm reading the instructions, I laid out all of the materials that I'm supposed to be using, and I made sure I had all of them. So hopefully I won't have any issues. I've done both of those bookcases that I have on either side of my fireplace by myself, so I feel like I'll be all right. I'm in the Army. I can handle tools. Maybe. But I am just a girl. I don't know. I'm just a girl. What can I do? I'm just a girl. So don't mind any of my conditioner if you see any of that. It was deep condition day. So I'm going to put on some music, do a time lapse, and tough it out and see how far I get and get it all done. And be back when it's the final reveal of them up, and hopefully I didn't mess it up. Okay guys, it is the next day. I finished the bookshelf. I don't know if I showed you in the last clip or not, but I did finish the bookshelf and put it on the wall. That's where I'm supposed to have a dining table, but I don't want a dining table. I don't sit at a dining table when I eat, so I just want to put a bookshelf there. And then I do have my books waiting to be put there. They're on the ground over here. And then there are books on these two shelves that need to be moved over. So we'll do that. And then also I need to decorate it. So we'll do that together.
We were close, do the most, I can't let you go. Tried it all, God only knows, but that's just how things roll. They don't understand, sweetie pie was my best friend. I miss you so, I miss you so. Love you forever. We're still together.
Okay, so now that I got the pictures up, those are just pictures of my fiance and then a couple of my parents, and then over here I got my doggy. I did the best I could measuring, but what can I do? I'm just a girl, okay? So I had one of those little levels, and I did the best I could. I did not measure everything, okay? I did not go to school for engineering or mathematics or anything of the sort, okay? So it's good enough for me. I'm not gonna live here much longer anyway, so I didn't want anything permanent, which is why I use command strips. But now what I'm gonna do is go ahead and start putting some stuff on top of here. I do have one of those like lamps with like a candle lamp, and I think I want to move that over because this candle lamp, it's actually so bright that it overpowers my sconce, and it can't go on the shelves because the shelves aren't tall enough. So I think I'm gonna move it over there. And then what else? There's some books that need to move from over here over there, and then all of these books need to go on there. So let's do that. The first thing is this Harry Potter box set. I mean, it is absolutely fabulous. Get out of here, Richmond. But let's see. It's just hiding away on top of my shelves. So I want to actually display these books because they're perfect. They're beautiful. So let me see. I don't know where I'm gonna put these, but let's see. I don't think I want them in this chest anymore because the chest is nice, but I won't get into the, oh man, I already broke it. I won't get into the books unless they're displayed. So let's see how I can do that. And no, I have not read them yet. Never read the Harry Potter series. My fiance has, and he talks about it, and I've watched all the movies. So I know they're good. I know I would like them. Perfect. Let's just move those to be kind of in the center. Okay. That was step one. And then I'm going to keep this box, obviously. It came with like these little stickers to decorate the trunk. But I'm just going to keep these in here. And then slide that in there. And then this trunk will just go into storage. And then when I have my dream home, I'll display even the trunk too. But for now, I just want the books out. I think I brought over a lot of the books that need to go in the shelf. Get that out of here. Okay, so these are, I have this one that I know needs to get put by this because I have this little The Other Lands succulent here, which I got from one of my book boxes. I think like either Fairy Loot or Bookish, I think, gave that to me. So I think I'm gonna do something like this. Oh, okay, that's kind of cute. Okay, and then I have a bunch of Stephanie Garber. I think I'm gonna make like a little Stephanie Garber shelf. Let's see. So we can do, when y'all stack books, do y'all put the first book on the bottom and then the second and then the third? Or do you do it the reverse order? Put the third down, then the second, then the first. I don't know. Let's do that, and then let's do Curse for True Love. There we go. Oh, I kind of like that. That's very cute. Hello, so this is editing Nakaya here, and I had to just jump in because let me tell you something. When you are moving and grooving and doing things, you just start rambling, and I am a rambler. So I would have these random thoughts and then side note it, get up, go get another book. It was doing too much. It was absolutely doing the most. So I didn't really have any exact order that I was putting these books on the shelves. I really just was going off of vibes. Vibes alone, okay? You see me just kind of talking to the camera, figuring out what to do. The end result I actually liked quite a bit. But for now, I'm just going to let you listen to some music so you don't have to hear me rambling. Thank you. It's coming along. And I still have some room, like I can put some books on this side, I can fill in here, I can fill in there. So I think that's good for now, because what I'm gonna do is, oh, I forgot about something. I have the whole Shadow and Bone trilogy. Where do I put this then? Because this is like my fantasy area. So maybe just put that there, or does that look too crowded? Oh.
Promises keep slipping, and I always knew it wasn't you.
Okay, so I pretty much did what I could with this bookshelf for now. I really like that I finally am displaying my Harry Potter books. And then my goal is to get like sleeves that all match and like either show Hogwarts or something else. But those are like, I don't know, I've seen them for like $200. So we'll wait on that, boo. But for now, like there's just a whole bunch of open gaps in the, let's see if we can get it to focus. Yeah, there's just a bunch of open gaps in it, and you know, at first I'm like, oh no, I don't like those gaps, but if you think about it, it's supposed to be gaps. I just bought a new bookshelf, so now I have more space for books. And I definitely will be purchasing more books. So for right now, the organization is kind of just like the books that I have to read for my book club that I'm in are kind of here. They're kind of just waiting in line to be read, and I have a couple others I need to add. So actually, let's just do that now. Let's see. So I already read from my book club The Wishing Game, so I'm going to put that over there. And then Remarkably Bright Creatures is coming up. And I also am currently reading from my book club On Rotation. So let's go ahead and add those, bada bing, bada boom, over here. Let's see. So, I don't like the order. The height thing bothers me. Okay, so now when book club is ready, all the books, bada bing, bada boom, ready to go. I don't think this one is part of my book club, but it's just there for now. That's fine. And then the next shelf is the display of the Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, and then the map of the other lands. I got this that says the other lands on it from like a bookish box. This shelf needs books. Right now it's just me and Bae, but it needs books. And then I have a whole row of nothing but pretty much fantasy. Except for this Dune book, which is like dystopian, I think. And then I have the box set of Shadow and Bone, which I haven't read yet. I haven't read any of these books yet. So I got a lot of reading to do. And then moving along, here is my dedicated Stephanie Garber shelf with the Once Upon a Broken Heart series and the Carvel series. So I really like how this turned out. I'll probably get like some knickknacks and stuff from Etsy just to spice up this shelf. I don't even know if I like this yet. I just know that, you know, I really love fantasy, and I really love when there's a romantic trope undertone in fantasy, but it's not like the forefront. I need the world conflict to overshadow the romance, and from what I'm told, that happens in this series, so I know I'll like it. This is kind of just my bookshelf with my just my fiction. I do have the Song of Achilles here, which is more like a Greek mythology book. And then I have Charlotte Bronte, Villette, Sylvia Plath's The Bell Jar, Eleanor Oliphant is Fine by Gail Honeyman, and then The Book Thief. So these are next. And then I have all of the Harry Potter, which we talked about. And then this is a dedicated shelf of like psychological thrillers or just straight up thrillers. So I have Good Girl's Guide to Murder here. Let me see if I can get it to focus. I have The Good Girl's Guide to Murder, Finlay Donovan, The Perfect Marriage, and then some John Mars, Butcher and Blackbird, which I'm displaying only because I want to remind myself to read that soon. Dark Matter, and then some Stephen King's. So that's this shelf. And then I have a little bit of my Valentine's Day flowers and such. This plant is dying, so I moved it from where it was to see if it does better here. And I have this little lamp. I'll probably display books here too, like stack them horizontally. And then up there I just have my pictures. So let's see how it looks. I'm pretty happy with it for now. I think it looks pretty good. It's a nice little corner. But the problem is I grabbed so much from these shelves that now they look barren and odd. And so I'm going to try to maneuver some things around to make it look better. But like this is my my Pet Cube watcher, so I can watch my dog while I'm at work. But I'm gonna move these books around and kind of make it look good. Since I have the rest of the Throne of Glass series, I'm gonna see if I can stack it this way. If I cannot, we might have to find somewhere else to put my Throne of Glass and my dedicated Sarah J. Maas shelf. So we'll do that now.
And she said, boys hot here coming from a mile away. Not as sleek as you think. DMs early in the AMs. I'm not Becky from the street. All this time, baby, our love was so deep. You can't sleep lately, but what about me? I'm sorry, darling, I can't breathe. There's no room for us. There's no room for us. I said, darling, can you see? There's no room for us. There's no room. Now our lives are changing. Promises keep slipping. And I always knew it wasn't you. It wasn't you. Now our lives are changing. Promises keep slipping.
A little bit better. That's from the top to the bottom. If you have any suggestions, I'm sure you'll criticize me in the comment section. Go for it. And then that's that one, and then this one here, I just kind of put my Renegades book up there. I plan on get the rest in that series, and then I have my Story Life of AJ Fickery because I haven't read that yet and I really want to. And then these are the two books of like classicals. So I have my Robert Frost and then my Odyssey. There's a plant. His name is Pachalko. He's not doing very well, so we're just gonna ignore him until he gets his life together. And then here, like my bookshelves, they're not, I need to do like an organization day where I like make it make sense. The only bookshelf that really makes sense, or the shelf actually makes sense, is this one. Because it's all Sarah J. Maas. So, and I'm pretty proud of this because I did not think the entire Throne of Glass series was gonna fit in order. But I'm just gonna mess it up because I'm only on book 2. Well, book 1, but book 2 if you read it this way. So I'm gonna have to grab this book back out tonight. But yeah, there it is, my Sarah J. Maas. And I plan on moving this and getting one of those bookish box things with a scene inside. You know what I'm talking about if you know what I'm talking about. But down here, I just have some of my just regular fiction and then random Once Upon a Broken Heart that I'll probably donate after I read the others, and then nothing much over here. But yeah, that's that shelf. That shelf. So I think that concludes this video, guys. Thank you so much for coming on this journey with me. It has been a lot of work. I know for you it's a video, but for me it was a lot of moving around and doing stuff and picking out books, which is the fun part. But I'm tired and I just want to sit down and finish reading. So I'm going to do that, and I hope you have the best rest of your day and come back and visit me soon.